So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. At first I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Now this is going to be my first video for this year. Now if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So without much further ado, let's start our today's video. So today we are gonna solve allocate minimum number of pages. Now it is a very important question. Now this question is based on binary search. Now what this question says that we are given n number of books, and for each of these books the AI represents the number of pages. So if we consider this example, this 12 are nothing but 1234 are nothing but the number of pages of that book, and they are arranged in sorted order as you can see over here. So we are also given the m number of students. Yeah, over here the number of students is 4. So what you need to do? So what you need to do is that we need to distribute these books, okay, among this m number of students. Now we need to distribute these books in contiguous fashion, and what is our objective, and is the problem is asking is to find that permutation for in which the maximum number of pages allocated to a student is minimum. In those permutation and print the minimum value. So we need to find that permutation such that the maximum number of pages allocated by these m students is minimum. And there are two conditions. The condition is that each book will be allocated exactly one student. Okay, so it's not like that you give 6 pages to student 1 and then 6 pages to student 2. It's not like this, right? So a student has to get the whole book. Okay, we need to give the whole book to the student. So that's the first condition. Then next condition is that each student has to be allocated at least one book. So each of these m students should have at least one book. So now let's understand this question with an example. So let's consider this example. So over here the number of books is nothing but 4, right? So let's consider n to be number of books and it is 4. So and we are given number of students is 2, and the value number of pages for each book is 12, 34, 60, 67 and 90. Okay, so over here we are given 2 students. Okay, let's consider to be S1 and S2. So it is said that a student should get at least one book, right? And that book should be whole, right? So it's not like we keep the student a part of that book. Okay, so let's say that so let's consider this to be as book 1. Okay, this is a book 2, this is book 3, and this is book 4. Okay, so let's say that we give this students book 1. Okay, and we give S2 as book 2, book 3 and book 4. Okay, so if you just sum the number of pages for this book, so let's say the summation for book 1 be something like some SU of 1 okay, and summation for book student 2 be SU of 1 2. Okay, so after finding the summation we need to find the maximum of them. Okay, so let's consider the SU of 1 2 as the max. Okay, so now let's say that this student 1 also takes book 2. Okay, now if the student once one takes books 2, so student 2 will take book 3 and 4. Now it is said that a student can take a book in contiguous way, right? Now what does it mean? It means that let's say that you choose book 1. Now when you choose book 1, you can't choose book 3 directly, okay? So in order to choose book 3, you need to at first choose book 2, and then only you can choose book 3, okay? So it is actually in a contiguous fashion. So let's consider the sum of b1 and b2 be something like s1 2, okay? Okay, let's not consider s1 2, let's consider it to be s2 1, and this is s2 2, okay? So let's say the maximum of it is something like s2 2 is the maximum, okay, for this. Now we need to find the minimum of this one, this s1 su1, okay? So let's consider other combination also. Another combination can be, we can consider this to be, so student 1 can have book 1, book 2 and book 3, and third student 2 will have book 4, okay, only book 4. So let's consider this sum to be s3 1 and this is s3 2, and let's consider the maximum is su of 3 1, okay? So after we have found the maximum of these sums, we need to find that sum which is minimum. So let's say the minimum sum be is su31, okay? So that is a minimum, and that is going to be our answer, okay? And this is what we need to return. So I hope that you understand this question. So now let's see how we can solve this question. Now we can't choose book 4 for S1 because it is said that our students should get at least one book, right? So we will not able to consider book 4, okay, for student 1. So we are going to perform binary search over here. Now to perform binary search, we need to require two terms. That is, one is the low, okay, and one is the high. So what do you think will be the minimum sum, okay, that we can achieve for this array? So don't you think the minimum sum will be nothing but the maximum of this value, that is 90, okay? So our low will nothing but 90, that is the maximum of the number of pages, right? Now that is going to be our minimum sum, and hence it is going to be our low. And what is going to be a high? Now a high is going nothing but the summation of all the elements, right? So if you just sum all the elements, it will be result to 203, okay? Now that is what is going to be our sum, right? Now we know that we need to distribute these books in 2, right? Number of students should be 2, okay? So we need to distribute this book in such a way that both of these students get the book, right? Okay. So our, okay, so exactly two students get the books, right? So we need to distribute the books among m students, not less, not more, okay? Now that's the first condition we need to keep in mind. So just like binary search, what we are going to do is that we are going to find the mean, okay? So let's just find the mean of 90 and 203, 90. So it will be 90 plus 203 by 2, right? So if you just find the mid, and if you just take the lower bound of it, it will be nothing but 146, okay? Now this is what you're gonna be or meet, okay? So this is what is gonna be meet. So we have considered that our answer is 146. Now if our answer is so let's just temporarily consider this 146 to be our answer, okay? Now if our answer is 146, so it need to satisfy two condition, okay? That is so we need to distribute this books among m students such that their sum doesn't exist this value 146. So let's say that we start from, so let's consider two students, one is s1 and another one is s2, okay? Since we have m is 2, right? So let's say that we give this one 2. Now it's 12, right? So 12 is less than 146, so there's no issue. So let's just add 34 to it. Now 12 plus 34 is nothing but 46, right? So hence it is also less than 146, no issue. So let's just add 67 to it. So if we just add 67, so it will be 46 plus whatever 67, right? So which is 113, okay? So 113, okay? Now 113 is not less than 146, so no issue. But if we try to insert add the book which contains number of pages 90, then it will exceed. Now if it exists, then we are going to go to the next section, the next student, and we are going to add it to it, right? So now our student 2 is having 90 pages, okay? And hence it doesn't exist this value, so it's cool. So over here we found that we can actually distribute this. Okay, we can actually distribute these books, right, in among these two students, right, such that their max sum doesn't exceed 146. So if this condition is true, that is, so let's consider the ns, okay, that is the number of students that we can distribute among. So if this ns is actually less than equals to m, okay, so let's say that it may happen that in this 146 we can only one student can get all the books, right? It's satisfied. If this condition is satisfied, so what do you think what we need to do? We need to lower this sum. So if we want to lower this sum, we need to update our high. So we need to update our high to something like high is equals to mid minus 1. Now what is our mid? Our mid is nothing but 146, so our high will be 145, and hence our high will be updated to 145, okay, fine. Okay, now let me just remove this, okay. Now again we are going to find the mid, okay. So if we just find the mid of this, that is like 90 plus 145, okay, by 2. So if we just do this, so it will result me to what? So if we just add 90 plus 145 and then you just divide by 2, so it is 117, okay. So our mid will come 117, fine. Okay, so now again we are going to see whether we can allocate this number of books among m students or not. Okay, so let's say that so at first we are going to add 12 to it, book 1. So if we add book 1, give book 1 to student 1. Now we find that it is less than 117, so it's okay. So let's just add 34 to it. So it is 46, right? So it is also okay. So now if we add 67 to it, it will become 113, right? And which is actually less than 117, right? So it is also okay. So no problem over here. And now if we try to add 90, then it will exceed this value. So we are going to give it to student 2. Now again we find that the number of students, now this number of books can be allocated is actually less than equals to 2. So again we need to update our high. So currently our mid is 117, right? So if we just make is high mid minus 1, it will be 116. So our high will be updated to 160, okay. So that's what is gonna be our mid. So let me just remove this part, okay. Let me just quickly remove this part also. Okay, now our low is 90 and our high is 116, okay. So if you just find the mid between 90 and 116, do nothing but 90 plus 116 by 2, that is 130. Okay, so currently our sum is 130. Okay, 103, sorry, that's what we are going to get. Okay, after finding the mid. So again we are going to see whether, so this we are going to add the 12 to it. Okay, then we are going to 34. Now we find that it now 46 is less than 103, no problem. But if we try to add 67 this time, then it is going to exceed, right? Exceed is value, so we are going to add 67 over here. And now if we just after adding 67, the book containing 67 number of pages, if we try to add 90, then it will be 157, right, which is actually greater. So we are going to allocate, we need to add another student, that is student 3. Okay, to give this 90. Now over here we found that the number of students, okay, when our maximum sum is 103 is 3. Okay, now we know that 3 is actually greater than 2, so and hence this condition will not be satisfied. Now if this condition is not satisfied, we need to update our low. Okay, this time because we need to increase our sum, right? This time max sum we need to increase. So if we try to, so low will nothing but, so our low will be mid plus 1. Okay, so mid, so it will be mid, sorry, it will be mid plus 1. Okay, so it will be updated to 104. Okay, so it's actually updated to 104. Now again we are going to find the mid of 104 and 116. Okay, so let's just rub this. So if we find a mid between them, okay, so if we just sum 104 plus 116 and just divide this by 2, it will be 110. Okay, so we'll be getting 110 this time. So that is what going to be mid, right? So again we are going to try to allocate 12. If we try to allocate 12, right, it will be, if we just 12, then it is okay, right? It is less than 110. If we try to allocate 34, if some sum is 46, it is also okay. But if we try to allocate 167, it becomes 113, and hence this condition fails. So we need to make this 67 go to student 2. Now if we try to add 90 to it, again this sum becomes greater than 110, so we need another student, right, and we need to give this book to that student. Now again over here the number of students who required is 3, which is actually greater than 2. Again we need to update this low, so low will be updated to 111. Okay, now again we need to find the mid. Okay, so let's just find the mid, so it will be something like 111, okay, plus 116 by 2. Okay, so the mid will be 111 plus 116 by 2, so it is 113. Okay, so currently our mid will be 113. Okay, our mid will nothing but will be 113. So then again we are going to see, so let's check out again. Okay, so now again we are going to allocate this book 1 to student 1. It's 12, right? So no problem. And then we are going to allocate 34 to it. It is 46, so also there is no problem. Now I allocate 67 to it because it is 113 and hence it is less than equals to 113. So this condition is satisfied. So we can give book 3 to student 1, and finally we can give a book 4 to student 2, and hence we find that this time the number of students is 2, right? And hence this condition is satisfied. So in our answer we need to update this to 113, right? Okay, so we need to update this to 113 because this condition is satisfied. So now again we are going to update our height, right, this time because this condition has been satisfied. So we need to make our height as 112. Okay, so if we just find a mid of 111 and 112, it will be nothing but 111. Okay, so our mid will be 111 again. So if we just try to rub it, okay, let's rub this again. So let's allocate so currently our mid is 111. Okay, this is our mid. Okay, so if we try to allocate 12, there's no problem. If we try to allocate 34, there is also no problem, right? We can allocate easily. But if we try to allocate 67, then it actually exceeding. So we need to give this to student 2, okay, 67, and student 3 will get 90. So again we are needing 3 students, right, which is actually greater than 2, and hence we are going to update our low. So currently our mid is nothing but 111. So our low will yeah, we need to update our low, right? So our low will be updated to 112. Okay, then again we are going to find a mid. Now this time the mid will be nothing but 112. Again, if we try to allocate, we can allocate 12 and 34 to a student S1, and we can also allocate 67 to students 2. But but we will require another student to allocate the book 4, right? And hence again the number of students required will be 3, which is actually greater than m. Okay, and then again we need to update our low to something like 113. Now when our high, okay, becomes less than low, okay, so in that time we are going to terminate from the while loop. Okay, and our answer will be 113. So over here we are going to consider an answer. Okay, and each time this condition is satisfied, that is each time that is your number of students is less than equals to m, we need to update this answer. So initially let's consider this answer to be 0. We can consider this answer to be 90 also because yeah, that's the minimum. Okay, so we can consider it to be 90. Okay, so we're going to keep on updating this answer. Now the time complexity for this algorithm will be big of n log n. Now reason behind it because we are using a binary search over here, right? So hence is n log n, and since we are actually finding, we actually for each binary search we are actually going through the whole array, right? So in order to find like how many students it is required, okay, such that this condition is satisfied, okay, that is a mid factor is satisfied, and hence it is n log n. Now what about the space complexity? Now the space complexity is big of 1 because we are not using an extra space over here. So now let's see the code for the algorithm. So at first we are going to have a low. Okay, so instead let's consider the low to be 0. Okay, and the high to be 0 2. So we need to, for low we need to assign the maximum, right? So and for high we need to assign the sum of the elements of the array. So we can do the both of the tasks in just one loop. So we can you have to rewrite like I equals to 0, go up to n, and increment I by 1, and we all we need to do is that we need to make this low as max of low comma a of I, and for high we need to sum the elements one by one, and thus through this we can get our low and high. So after getting our low and high, we need to start the binary search. So we need to have make the condition like low is less than equals to high. So after writing this condition, we need to get the mid. So we're gonna have the mid like mid is equals to low plus high by 2. Now once we have got the mid, right, so we need to check like how many students are getting allocated, right, such that when the mid is over here. So at first we need to get our man's answer. So let's consider the answer is initially to 0. We can also consider it to be low, doesn't matter. Okay, so after that we need to have a variable which is going to give me the number of students which are getting at first. So let's consider it to be 1 because initially at least one student will get the book, right? So let's consider it to be 1, and let's consider the sum of or you can say the number of pages. You can say, okay, sum of pages. Okay, sum of pages, sum of pages is 0. Okay, so let's say the start will I equals 0, it will go up to I equals to n. Then I'm going to increment the I by 1. After doing that, we need to we just need to there is some increment. It will be sum plus equals to a of I. Now if our SOP, right, sum is actually greater, right, becomes greater than the mid. Okay, and in such situation we need to increase the number of students, and then what we need to do is that we need to make the update our SOP to a of I, right, because if we update our SOP to 0, then we are not going to consider the currently number of pages, right? So but we need to consider that, so we are actually making it to a of I. Okay, now once we have done that, so we will be getting the number of students. Next, after getting it, we need to check whether this number of students, right, is actually less than equals to m. Now what is m? M is nothing but number of students. Okay, now if this condition is satisfied, then we need to update our answer. Now what is going to be our answer? Now our answer is nothing going to be mid, and then next we need to update our low. Yeah, right, next we need to, sorry, not we need to update our high actually, because we need to reduce, we need to find a minimum maximum. Okay, minimum max, right? So and hence we're going to update our high to mid of 1, mid minus 1, right? And next we're going to, and if this condition doesn't satisfy, then we need to increase the sum, right? And hence we're going to update our low. So now coming out of the while loop, right, once the while loop is terminated, we need to return answer. So actually we need to make this answer as -1, because as you can see over here, it is written there return -1 if a valid assignment is not possible, right? So we need to keep it as -1, answer is -1. Now if this condition is satisfied, then only, actually if this condition is satisfied, then only our answer will be updated. Okay, so now let's just compile the code. Yeah, it is giving me the correct answer. Now let me just submit it. Yeah, it is giving me the correct answer. So that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like this video, do give a thumbs up to the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So if you have any doubt, or if you have any question, do comment down in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer out those questions. Now that's all for today. This is Abhishek signing off.